La Liga schedule for the 2025-2026 season has been announced. We now know the dates of the El Clasicos, of the Madrid derbies, and the other big games throughout the season as well. So we're going to look at Real Madrid's schedule, and then we're also going to take a little peek at what Barcelona have going on as well. But I need you guys to get in the comment section and let me know what your expectations are for next season, because I am pumped to get revenge based off what we saw the last 9 months. It was diabolical. So get in the comments. Talk to me about what you're saying for Real Madrid. You can also let me know what you think about Barcelona as well. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Before we even look at the schedules that just got released for next season, we got to take a look at what happened this past season. Because what we witnessed was a disgrace. We finished second in the table. And the way that it happened, we basically capitulated towards the end of the season when we had about a 9-point gap on Barcelona. Carlo Ancelotti needs 50 public lashings for what we witnessed this past season. I could not believe how shit we were. The expectations was that we could possibly retain our La Liga title. We continued to win trophies. We added Mbappe. And yet we got worse. My manager, Carlo Ancelotti, one of the GOATs of this game, had us out there looking lost. No tactics, no in-game adjustments, no in-game management, just vibes, the power of brotherhood, individual brilliance, and eyebrow raises. And despite us being so shit last season, we finished only 4 points behind Barcelona. And by the way that these Barca fans were carrying on last season, you would have thought that they did the invincible treble. But La Liga, unacceptable. We lost every El Clasico. They beat the shit out of us every time we played them. Now Xabi Alonso is here. Things are going to look a lot different next season. People, get your jokes in about last season while you can. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. We are winning La Liga this upcoming season. Xabi Alonso is the truth. Xabi Alonso is the answer. We now have a manager that's going to make in-game adjustments, that's going to come into matches prepared with a style of play. He's not going to waste Arda Güler on the bench. He's not going to just let these players do whatever they want. You guys see throughout the Club World Cup, my man has only been coaching us for 2 weeks. Instant impact. I've seen more in our 4 Club World Cup games so far than I saw in 38 La Liga matches underneath Carlo Ancelotti. And you guys know how I view last season. I think it personally was a humiliation ritual. I've never seen us retain La Liga. Never seen us do it back-to-back seasons. I've seen Barcelona win it back-to-back seasons, but never Real Madrid. Think about how crazy that is. We've never successfully defended our title. But now, the way that we're looking, the way that we're playing, Trent is here at right back. Dean Huijsen, looking like the best young center back in the world. Franco Mastantuono is coming in. We're also going to be signing other players after this Club World Cup is over to strengthen. Next season, we are going to win La Liga. I am saying it right now. Barcelona are not going to be able to maintain the levels that Hansi Flick showed last season. Let's not act like second season Hansi Flick is not a thing. His team usually burns out. There's a reason why he was gone from Bayern. What did Hansi Flick do with Germany? Last season, Barcelona, they started off on fire. But they're too reliant on one player. They are 17-year-old FC. Child labor FC. Lamine Yamal, if he gets injured, Barcelona are doing nothing. They're about to sign Nico Williams, mid-player. I'm over here bringing in ballers, world-class level players. while they're chasing I show speed on the left wing. You think I'm worried about Barca? Trust me, bro. How we capitulated during that January to end the season run, it's not happening. Let's not forget that Barcelona also blew a big lead as well. But luckily for them, the second half was a lot better than it was for them, what it was for us. And despite us being so shit last season, despite us going 0 for 3 in the final trophies at the end of the season, we still only finished 4 points behind Barcelona. I am very confident going into next season. But I wanted to just talk about what we witnessed. Because some of the things that we saw, unacceptable. Losing to Espanyol. Losing to Valencia. Things like that. Not beating Atletico Madrid in any of the Madrid derbies. You can't let that run. Gotta fix up. Gotta do better. Struggling. Losing against Real Betis. Yo, this past season, 9 months of just disgracefulness. And to be honest, I would say that it's maybe a good thing that we played like that. That we look so shit. Because look at how we've now entered the market. If we would have won La Liga last season, if we would have cooked, if we would have played well, best believe we wouldn't have signed Huijsen. We probably wouldn't have signed Franco. The only signing that we probably would have made would have been Trent on a free. So Florentino Perez took last season very personal. And you can see why we're moving so crazy in the market right now. Because what we witnessed last season was unacceptable. It could not go unanswered for. This is why Carlo lost his job. This is why we're being aggressive. But let me know what you guys thought about this past season, right? Obviously, Barcelona, they did win it. They were the better team throughout the season. They destroyed us every time we played them. They were just battering teams for a majority of the season. And again, despite how shit we were, here we are only 4 points behind them. Next season is going to be different. We are going to win the league. And on top of winning the league, I think we're going to win minimum 2 trophies next season. And I think La Liga will be one of them. I'm guaranteeing it right now. I don't care if you guys clip me up. But let's get into the schedules. So, here's what Real Madrid's schedule looks like for La Liga. Now, they're saying that our first match is going to be against Osasuna at home. So, okay, decent start, right? Let me see. So, biggest game that we'd have early on. So in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sociedad, right? Sociedad are a team that, they give people issues. But yeah, Osasuna to start. Then one of the newly promoted teams, we're going to be going against second. Let's see. So the first Madrid derby is at the end of September. They always put the Madrid derby the last weekend in September. I feel like that's just what it's always been. That's going to be a big game. That's at their ground. That's at the Metropolitano. And then the first El Clasico, October 25th. Yeah, this is damn near like last season where they're placing these big games. First El Clasico is at the Bernabéu. Revenge. That's what I'm thinking. We've lost the last 4. Now, what's funny enough is in the last 8 El Clasicos, we've won 4, they've won 4. We got to get back because that shit is crazy. You cannot be getting dog walked like that by Barcelona. So, yes, next time that we play these absolute frauds would be October 25th, which is a Saturday. Let's see. Let's keep going. What other big games are here? Hold on. Vallecano, Elche, Girona, Celta Vigo. So the second... Oh, wait a minute. They're already announcing... Okay, so we're playing Atletico Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup. Okay. I feel like we always end up seeing these guys, bro. And then, yeah, we got Bilbao. Let me see what the end is like real quick. All right, so we end the season going against Bilbao. So our last 5 games, Espanyol, Barca, Real Oviedo, Sevilla, and Bilbao. See, now this could be really interesting, right? Because we all know it's going to be a two-horse race. I don't really rate Atletico Madrid like that. I don't take them too serious. I don't think they're going to be in contention to win the league. They'll be around early on, and then they'll fall off in the second half like they normally do because Atletico Madrid are shit, okay? But regardless of that, this end of the season is going to be very interesting because Sevilla and Bilbao, the last two games, it's going to be very tricky. Now, just looking at the opening, 5 matches, right? We should, in theory, be picking up every point available. We should be getting 3 points here. But this is a pretty decent start. I'd say this is a favorable start for us. Nothing here that necessarily causes me concern. We should be beating Osasuna. We should be beating Oviedo. We should be beating Mallorca. We should be beating Sociedad. And we should be beating Espanyol. But last season, right, we struggled with Mallorca in the first game of the season, right? We struggled against Sociedad. We lost to Espanyol. So, I mean, shit is crazy. But again, I'm putting that down to Carlo Tax. So, yeah, let me know what you're saying about Real Madrid's early start to La Liga, right? We don't got to go through every single game and talk about it. But the start is definitely important because we have to come out firing, right? We can't be dropping points. We can't be losing. We can't be stumbling because the next thing you know, Barcelona take advantage, and then now we have to play catch-up once again. Now, let's go over to Barca really quickly. I do want to see what their start of the season is like as well. So, their first game is against Mallorca, then Levante, Rayo Vallecano, Valencia, Getafe, Oviedo. Hold on, wait a minute. Barcelona got a real easy start in La Liga. What is this? Mallorca, Levante, Vallecano. Now, what I've noticed, though, is that Barca's opening 3 matches are not at home. Maybe it's because their stadium still is getting completed, but they will be on the road. But these teams are not good. Barca should be battering them. They don't really have their first real test until the end of September where they play Sociedad, who are always going to give teams problems, right? I think Sociedad did take points off of Barcelona as well last season. But let me see. So we already know when the El Clasicos are. But when do they have their first match against... Bilbao, November. Let me see. Betis, okay. When are they going to be taking on Atleti? So they don't play Atleti until January? Is that true? Did I miss something? Are they not playing Atleti until January? Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Well, look, guys. What do you think about Barcelona's start? I also want to see how they end it. Valencia, Betis, Alaves, El Clasico, Osasuna. So this is what it's looking like in May. By the way, I got to give Barcelona a lot of credit because how they've done their graphic on screen makes it a lot more interesting to, or makes it a lot easier to follow versus how I'm looking at Real Madrid's where it's kind of small and, things like that. But yeah, chat, let me know what you guys are saying about the La Liga schedule. What are the games that you're looking forward to? How do you think next season is going to go, right? Don't worry, people. Real Madrid are back. And just like we always do, we'll carry Spain in the international competitions for clubs, right? Whereas Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, they don't win the UCL. They don't do nothing in the Club World Cup. We will make Spain a respectable footballing nation because if it wasn't for us, people would view La Liga like the Bundesliga, like Ligue 1, like the MLS, like the Saudi League. Nobody would care about it, okay? Because if you're not winning in the UCL when the other big teams from the other continents are involved, kind of lose some credibility. So, Barca fans, Atleti fans, get on your knees and thank Real Madrid. But next season, when we lift this La Liga trophy, it's going to be nice. And I will be here. Don't worry. Big up to your damn selves. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those post notifications. Holla Madrid!